Show me, y'all don't be showing me in the room. I can't pick you. Hello, you ready?
Yeah.
What you eating, girl?
Hello. Oh, you want to see?
Where you at? You wanna? Oh, that look good. What's that?
I'm at the bar at the restaurant.
Oh, you at the bar at the restaurant? Okay. What's your name, girl?
My name is BG.
BG, where you calling us from?
Um, right now I am in Massachusetts, but it's only for work. So, but I'm from Miami.
Where do you live? Miami?
Uh huh.
What do you do for a living? Is your name
I
BG? What's your name?
My name is BG.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I am a mental health clinician. I'm so sorry. I know you get real. Hold on. Let me fix this before you yell at me, honey. Hold
And
on.
what you were situated. I wasn't complaining.
It was. Oh no. It kept twist. It kept sliding.
Okay, it's good now.
Okay.
What's your job, baby?
I am a mental health clinician.
Mental health clinician. Do you have any children?
Not yet.
Or how old are you?
I am 30, 35. Oh, I had to think, child.
What's your zodiac sign?
I am a Pisces.
Pisces. So we got BG Miami. She's a mental health clinician. 35 Pisces, no kids. Have you ever been married?
Nope.
Nope. All right. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
All right. So I do need your help in trying to figure that part out, right? So I've always seen how you keep it honest when people present unrealistic expectations when it comes to a partner. So I'll tell you what I'm looking for, and then you counter that with if it's superficial, unrealistic, and all that. I do want to hear your opinion.
Well,
Uh,
before I go there, and let me say this: dating is not one size fit all. So before you even tell me what you want, have you ever met the man that you desire to date?
ye-
Did he
yes.
want to date you back?
Ye- Yeah,
Then why you not with that man?
because they always have wives or girlfriends.
Well, he's not okay. So, well, you did. I did ask the question: have you met him? Did he want to date you back? So he was in a relationship. So you want that version single. So let's get into it. What kind of man you looking for?
All right, so I do really honestly believe that my man is not in America. I strongly believe that he is in France or somewhere. I love me a French man. I really, really do.
You want a
Um,
white man?
Child, here come the oh she hates herself comments. Go ahead, flood it. I do like white men. I do like a white French man. I am attracted to that. But is that what I will date only? Absolutely not. As long as you were born with the penis, and oh yeah, I got to say that nowadays, honey. Long
Born
as
with it, not bought it. You want the one that
right,
God gave you, not the one you purchased.
right.
The
Long
one
as
the
you were
good
born
Lord
with
sent you
one,
down here with. Because
right.
you know penises are on sale, so they be on sale around Valentine's Day. You
They
know, you get
do.
two for one special. That's what they
They
say.
custom make them and everything.
Custom sizes, all that. Shout out to Lily with the plastic wee wee. She said,
Yeah,
y'all
I
asking for
love
six
me some
figures.
Lily.
Lily said she come with 11, 12 super songs. Don't play with it. So, but you don't want no Lily. You want a
No, I
girl
don't
that you
want
want a
no
man that was
Lily.
born with it.
Right.
Okay.
um so that but I'll date, any race of a man. I'm Catholic, so it would be lovely for him to be Catholic if he's not, super religious, as long as he doesn't worship the devil. I'm cool with that. No children. Um Wants to be a father. Someone from a big family, because my family is very, very tiny, and I'm very family oriented. So someone who's going to love and accept me, because I'm their person's partner, would be lovely. What else? Someone tall. I love a tall man. I love climbing on trees, honey. Yes. Um, but if he's like, 5'9", okay, 5'10", 11, but them sixes, yeah, I like that. In terms of income, In terms of income, I'll say, so last year I visited 4 different countries, and those stays were about 3 weeks long, 3 to 4 weeks each country. So if you can keep up with me doing that, I hope that answers the question in terms of income. Um, and I like
I
to
don't think it
travel.
does. What does that mean? So we
No,
have to have the vacation time and the funds, correct?
right.
3 weeks out of a year?
No. I went to 4 different countries last year. So I'm very flexible. I can travel like that. Um,
Can you do that off of 50K?
no,
Can you do it off 100K?
nah, nah,
So,
no.
okay, so we playing this guessing game, but you already know how much money a man got to make
I
that
know
you
how much
desire.
I make. So, if you can meet me in that ballpark, I mean,
You
that's
got
not.
a girlfriend. We taking 10 minutes for you just not to say the number. Just say the number.
So a range, oh my goodness. At minimum, maybe, I don't know, 250.
That's the minimum.
Yeah.
Okay. 250 is the minimum. So if you made 150K, that wouldn't you couldn't hang with you?
God, you always ask the other girls that too. You know what? Maybe so, but it just depends on what his goals are. Like, are you really so comfortable in 150 that, you're not trying to move up more? You get what I'm saying? If you're content with that and you're able to, like, travel with me and take care of yourself, then that's none of my business. Um, so yeah, I just don't want to take care of no man.
Okay. I listen, I understand that. That's a lot of the sentiments. Shouts out to boss women because this is what's happening, and you will fall into this category if you're making this or more. Women who make a certain amount of money, I mean, you're prone to want a man that makes the same or more, right? So I understand with my logical brain why that desire is there, and I understand the standard for it. Now we have to get into the logical brain of the man that you're asking about. So a man that makes 250K. So you already said you met a man like this who had that liked you, but he had a girl or a wife.
Right. I've had that happen to me twice already. Yeah.
With that, so the men that make your income requirements, you have two examples of them having significant others already.
Right.
You're gonna have, I mean, yeah, that kind of man's gonna have vagina attached to him. And let me tell you why. I know a lot of times we spend and we're thinking that the men, and yes, there are men that make that kind of money that pursue it. So that is true. But what we don't talk about is the women that are pursuing them. The women who are on record, because I know y'all think that this 250 attractive male is very common. It's actually not that common. So, and every woman wants that man. So this man understands his quantity options. Not saying quality, but quantity. He got a lot of quantity options. And if he got that kind of money, the money might not matter to him. So he might just want someone to fit within his life. So you got to ask yourself, either A, are you willing to deal with what comes with a man that makes that amount of money? And how long are you willing to wait for that man that makes that kind of money to want you to date you in the way you want to be dated? What if that man never comes? Then what? Are you okay with never having a guy again?
So then when you ask that, what I hear you ask me is, am I okay with dating down?
I'm not asking you that. I'm not. You're saying dating down. You cannot date at all because what happens is this. What if the guy who you just described that makes 250K wants because you want a faithful man?
Of
God, my Wi-Fi went out. I'm not. Hello, is your Wi-Fi here,
I
BG?
hear you. I
Yeah,
hear you.
I'm
Can
in
you
an
hear me?
Airbnb. Okay, yeah, I'm in an Airbnb. I'm not home. So let me ask you this. So you said date down. I don't like the word dating down because that's subjective. But what if the option that you described never wants to pursue you? Then you have nothing. Are you okay with nothing?
I'm not okay with that because I want to be a wife and I want to be a mom. I really want to
Well, then
build
your
with a man.
only options are the guys that want to date you. And right now, you're telling me you've never had a guy that makes that amount of money that wants to date you in the way you want to be dated. Not saying it ain't gonna never happen, but how long do you wait? How long are you willing to wait to see if it will happen? And then also, let me just jump in here because you said in the beginning you want someone to keep it real. You
Absolutely.
don't really need me to keep it real. Talk to these men. Forget Kendra because I think y'all be thinking, talk to the men who make the money that y'all say y'all want and have conversations with them and let them tell you what they desire and what's important. You know?
So I will say this: the income range that I mentioned, like I'm around those groups of people all the time. A lot of those men, they become my friend because they've been friend zoned. I'm not really
Who,
feeling them like
wait,
that.
who friend zoned them? You friend zoned them or
I
did they
do.
friend? Well, so you're okay, because I was gonna say being around the men, that to me makes it look worse because you should be able to close the deal. You shouldn't even need me if you're around the
I
men.
don't really like them like that though. Not
Why
in
do you
terms of
friend zone
relation
them?
ideology. I don't like their way of thinking when it comes to relationship, and then physicality. Really not my type. And I'm trying my best to get over that because the physique shouldn't really matter all that much. Um, but honestly, I just feel like if I can't get wet for you, what's the point?
If you can't get wet for him,
What's the point?
okay, BG. Now I feel you, but I feel like you want to have a real talk conversation. Now, what if the guy feels the same way about you? What if he's not sexually aroused by you, even though you make the money? Let's say he doesn't find you sexually arousing, and that's why he's not trying to pursue you.
And that's fine, but that's the difference between these gender roles. A woman won't be really sexually attracted to like a man like that, but will still get with him because he has money. Vice versa, they're not going to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So that's the point that you have to understand that the man that makes 250K might just choose a woman who's very attractive to his standards and falls in line with his life.
Yeah, yeah. I got okay. Yeah.
I would say this. I know you said the word date down earlier. And if that's how you look at it, that's how you look at it. And listen, I say this dating is not one size fit all, child. You know, the rules are very unique to every individual. But I think if you find a person, I mean, you're obviously financially blessed if you're making 250K in your life, right? If that's your ballpark, you are a part of a small percentage of Americans that I know we think everybody's making that kind of money, but everybody's not making that kind of money. So I always like to use Candy Burris for this example because obviously she's a multi-millionaire. And when she started dating her husband, he was not on her financial bracket. And if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, her mother was not a fan. Her mother was like, you need to date somebody in your financial bracket. He's just trying to use you. And Candy would say, I always dated men in my financial bracket. They weren't faithful. They didn't want to build the life that I wanted to build. And she ended up getting with a man who wasn't on her financial bracket, but now they have businesses together. They just debuted The Wiz together because her husband was a producer. So she had the funds in order to make them both millionaires. And she just celebrated her 10 years of marriage. So for the last 10 years, she got 2 kids. She's had a life with another human being. And I don't think she would say she dated down. I think she would say she dated up because she found a man to love her in the moments that matter. She found a man that she could share a life with. You women got to stop saying dating down because he doesn't make your money. Shit, he might be your only dating option. So either you going to date down or you going to date nothing.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I guess I do need to find that individual that has the mindset that I do that wants to build together. So if we can build together and, if you're making like, I don't know, 100 grand a year and
The fact that you're saying 100 grand like that's low, you know, 100 grand is also a very high amount of money too. Well, okay, let me
100,
say one thing. You're interested in different races though, right?
I am.
Okay, that does change it a little bit for you because now you open up your pool of options. Now, I will say that you open up your pool of options when you open up your race options. So that is, you will have more options. I'm thinking this whole time I'm talking to you, black men, black men, black men, black men. But when
Mm-mm.
you are open to all races, you will have more options. But you do still got to decide how long you're willing to wait for that option.
Nah, I really want my last name dropped this year. I want my eggs cracked next
This year.
year.
Now I got
Like,
some questions. Do you want to hear 'em?
absolutely. I can't see them, so yeah.
Okay, I got some paid questions. All right. Coffee Killer said, "Do you think that your appearance attracts the man you want?"
I've never had complaints. Um, if you're attracted to me, you're attracted to me. Now, in terms of my, what I think of myself, appearance wise, thanks to COVID, I need to drop some pounds, absolutely, but I've never had complaints, honestly. So,
Okay. Miss Whitty Reed said, "Sister, it sounds like the men you're around are boring. Just get you a Jody girl."
Jody from Baby Boy.
Yes. Um, Here we go. Willie Dickens said, "If you're not paying bills, you can't be dating down." So, would you pay bills in your relationship if you got with a guy that's paid 250K?
Would I pay bills if I got with a man that was
Well,
making?
Willie, I don't get this. If you're not paying bills, you can't be dating down. Well, I think that if she got with a man that made less, that's her point, is that you would have to pay the bills, and I don't think she wants to do that.
Right.
Okay. All right. Bibby Wright said, "You're 35 and implied you might not know what you want. So then why would you ask Kendra for her opinion, then compact her advice and clarifying questions? You wanted her to just agree with your delusion."
If that's what I came across, apologies. That's not, no, that's incorrect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coffee Killer spending a lot of money to talk to you. He said, "What do these women think 100K 6 foot man wants from them in return?"
Again, I did say in the beginning that's what I like. 6 feet. I like him tall, but again, if he's 5'9", I'll take that. At the end of the day, I really just want a man that's gonna love me for me unconditionally and wants to build. Honestly, what?
Well, you're saying he got to make 100K at the door to be qualified to be that man, though.
But
Because you don't
honestly
need
speaking,
100K to be qualified for that carry. And I'm not listening. I'm not saying, listen, I want to be clear because women get so mad because they be like, "Can't you try and make black women date down?" I'm not trying to do that at all. I want everybody to have companionship. But you can't say all that matters is character. But in order for you to be qualified for the character, you have to meet your salary requirement first.
and I understand that, but I can't wrap my mind around dating an individual that makes less than me who's unable to keep up with me financially. That's, again, we already know that that's the number one reason why people divorce anyway, finances.
No, listen, I'm on record agreeing. I told you from the jump, I understand the boss woman's logic. And the boss woman's logic is I make a certain amount of money. I don't want to be the breadwinner in my relationship. And so I understand the logical brain thought of it. But at the end of the day, the man who makes that money has to be in agreement.
Right.
And if you never find a man in agreement to your logic, what can happen is you will never get your last name dropped and you will never have any children because he didn't meet the salary requirement. And the guy that met the character requirement, let's say if he made 75K, which is not a bad living to some certain people in the world. To you, it might seem impossible, but if you looked at it like a partnership and not just an individual thing, I don't know how much money you make, but if you make 250K and he makes 75K, that's an additional 75K. That could take care of a car note. That could take care of maybe the vacations, or that could take care of a mortgage. I don't know. That's your individual dynamic to figure it out. But I just don't want you to wait your whole entire life for a man who might not ever knock on your door. I'm not saying he's not, but you got to decide, who's knocking at your door. You want the best options of the person that's knocking at your door.
Understood. So I will say this: at the end of the day, even if he does not, from speaking to you, this is what I'm like. I'm changing my mindset, right? Even if he does not, okay. Even if he does not make equal to what I make. I just don't want him to be so insecure that I make more than him.
Listen, I'm on record saying it's a challenge. I don't have. If I had Clay, I would make all the men that these women want. So I'm not here to. I get that too because yes, you can deal with that. You can deal with a man who's not in your financial tax bracket, becoming potentially, insecure. I mean, yes, it's a lot of different factors. I'm not here to tell you that it's gonna be easy. I'm not. But I will say if you base things off of character and maybe looking for our teammates, then you might get to a closing deal faster. But I'm not sure where we're at. Did we do the Kendra Cam?
Child, no, we did not, but I
Let's do the
guess we
Kendra
can
Cam,
do it,
girl. Oh, they telling me
child. Ooh,
Kendra Cam, Kendra Cam,
yes,
Kendra Cam.
child.
They're like Kendra Cam, Kendra Cam, Kendra motherfucking Cam. All right. Okay, you got them hips, girl. You got them hips, girl. Okay. We see you,
So,
BG.
all
So,
right.
BG, when was your last relationship?
Ooh, my last relationship was 2000, 2016. Who's that?
2016.
Yeah.
2016. Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Um, what's was it last 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, girl. Did he make 250K?
Oh yeah, he makes more.
Woo!
He makes more.
Yeah. So okay, so he's a guy, but he don't want to commit a relationship. What's the problem?
He has kids.
Wait, that's the requirement? You want a man with no kids?
I so I try. No, listen. I don't have kids, so it took me a minute to like understand that there are certain things like he'll like I. I can't tell him to like abandon his kids because I need his attention. You get what I'm saying? Like that's
Well, why
crazy.
can't you love on his kids? Like, why can't you become a love? I mean, listen, if you want a man with no kids, but let me ask you this: he makes more than your financial requirement. Does he want to date you?
Yeah.
He wants to be in a committed relationship.
Hmm.
How many kids does he have?
4. I want 4. I mean, he can afford an additional 4, but I'm not there yet. So if it works out, it works out great. But
And he's on record saying, "I want you to be my woman. I want to leave every woman just for you."
yeah,
And you're saying no because he has 4 kids.
am I being stupid?
Well, no, listen, 4 kids. I listen. That would be a lot. This is the thing though. This is what I think I've learned. There's nobody perfect. So you got to
Right.
figure out what's most important to you. And I'm not going to tell you to date a man that has 4 kids because I don't think I would date. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would date a guy with 4 kids. But if it was my only option, if everything else was good and he treated me the way I wanted to be treated, and he had 4 kids, then okay, potentially. But I think the biggest thing is I don't want y'all to think there's no one perfect. Everybody is dealing with something. They got maybe if you get 80% of what you desire, you are a blessed somebody. 100% is hard to find. So I don't know this individual. If the kids are a deal breaker for you, so be it. I'm not gonna talk you into that. I'm not gonna talk you into that. I got some paid another this guy paid $100 to say something.
My
He paid a
God.
whole $100. What did Judah say? I didn't even read it all. Judah paid $100. What you want to say, Judah? Judah Cipher said, sis, you say you want to date a so-called white French man, but what you think about all those white men killing our sisters? And on top of that, he makes way less, but you still choose him over the brother.
Who makes way less?
I think he's implying that the white French man would make way less, but that's not true for you.
No. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. No. Make way less? No. In terms of them killing our sisters, I mean, that's a typical stereotype that people make of white men. Listen, Don't put that on me. Ain't no white man gonna kill me, honey. Don't do that. Let's
Okay.
not play like that.
All right, let's keep going. What are your 3 flaws?
Ooh, my 3 flaws. I'm way too patient. I am way too patient. It took me 2 relationships to realize that. I'm way too patient. My other flaw is, uh, what's my other flaw? I'm way too patient. I'm going to say right now, my weight. I do need to be in the gym. I do. I need to drop like maybe 50 pounds, maybe. I don't know, but I need to get back to my old size. That's a flaw. Um, my third flaw would be I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a Pisces. Like I live in la la land. I daydream all the time. Like, and the fourth one is I'm way too caring. So those are my flaws.
Okay. Ooh,
Mhm.
child, you embarking emotions tonight. They got questions.
Go ahead. I
Just
want to
Jay
hear them.
talking said, is the guy you had sex with 2 weeks ago married? If
No,
so,
he's not.
then I can see why money matters because morals are a priority of yours.
He's not married.
He's not a married man.
No.
Okay, he's not married. He's not married. All right. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you, honey?
Um, a man would be lucky to be with me because um, mentally I'm stable. I'm very stable mentally. I have plans for our future. I just, I'm a motivator. You, my man, would be the head. I'm the neck. Um, uh, and I'm. What do men who come on here? What do they usually say? They want somebody who is I forgot what they say. Something about being submissive or whatever. So I am submissive to the right individual. I'm caring, I'm loyal, I'm faithful, I'm all those good things.
Okay,
So
okay. Girl, you want some more questions?
sure, I got time. I got time,
All
honey.
right. Posh Pearl 23 said, "Man, respectfully, take that man and get out the game. He may be your only option. Trust me, your head is too big. No one can have it all. 80 versus 20."
I hear you. I received that. Thank you.
Okay, you received that. All right, I think um Pam Cavalier said, "Do will you date a black man? Sounds like the white man you date only see you as entertainment and or pleasure."
Ain't no white man ever seen me as entertainment and or pleasure. Yes, I do date black men. I just said I'm open to all. I've dated Jamaican black. I've dated an Indian. I've dated a Chinese. I do not again just be born with a penis.
Be born with be born with the penis. All right, let's do it, honey. Thank you for being a good sport. Why how can the guy reach out to you?
I guess Instagram would be the easiest way, and that is BG on YouTube. BG dot on dot YouTube. So yeah,
I have one question. The guy you was with 2 weeks ago, was he white or black?
he's white.
He's like, okay, okay. And he got 4 kids by how many women?
One.
Not to me. Was he married?
In the past, yeah, he's been divorced for like the past
That's
six,
not
seven
that
years.
bad. Because it was his ex-wife. So like he has 4 kids by one woman he was married to. I don't think that that's bad. I mean, how old is he?
He's 40, 42, 43.
So he literally has everything you desire outside of the children.
For the most part, yeah.
I don't know. I think four. I mean, 4 sounds like a lot, but when you know he was married and is by his ex-wife, I mean, it's
Um,
your life. You got to decide though.
I think I'm scared.
Scared of what?
um, I don't. Relationships do scare me. I think I'm afraid of disappointment. I don't know what else is in his closet.
Well, honey, relationships are a risk, and you could be disappointed, but you're never gonna know if you don't try it. Yes, people get their. I mean, yes, you can get your heart broken, you can get disappointed, you get lied to, but you gotta get in there. You gotta have your shot at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I see the messages. Let me tell y'all something. For women sending me friend requests. Thank you, but no thank you. I am looking for a man, honey, not a bestie. Like, honestly, I'm serious. I'm looking for a man. Let me get my man first, and then we can, request each other. So, I will say that.
Okay.
Penises only, though.
Penises only. One more question, last one. The King of Javart said, as a man who makes 280K with no children, Kendra is right. Our options are larger, and we most definitely picked the best option globally. That's what King of Javart said. Okay.
I hear you.
All right, she hears you. All right, let's go, BG. Thank you for being a good sport and willing to have the dialogue with all the cousins that was paying to ask you questions and say things.
Thank you for picking me while I look a mess, child.
Well,
But
you called me. You saw
I
yourself before
did.
you called me, girl.
I did. I know you get that all the time, but I didn't think I was gonna get through. But I'm happy I did. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the questions, ladies and gentlemen. So I appreciate it all. Thank you so
There,
much.
there you have it. Thank you. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.